Hey guys, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. You ate lots of food, but you're ready to come back because this unit is going to be fast and furious. This unit, we are looking at the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun as a system. Today's video, this is your first of two videos, it's going to cover a part of this system. And the second part of the system we will look at next week. You have two videos. One is called Day and Night, and then the next video will be called Seasons. So we're going to be looking at the Earth and the Sun as a system. But first of all, what exactly is a system? A system is something that is made up of individual parts, and each one of those parts has a specific function or serves a purpose. Now, within a system, if one part doesn't work properly or is missing, then the whole system is inadvertently affected. So a big example would be something that you saw last year as a 7th grader. You looked at the human body. You learned how if your stomach isn't feeling right, if you're upset, if your stomach's upset, then the rest of your body doesn't really function properly. You don't get the nutrients you need. You can get dehydrated. There's lots of problems. Well, a bicycle is also an example of a system, as is our solar system. And that's what we're going to look at. Specifically, our sun, the moon, and the earth. All three of those bodies are a system within a larger solar system. And because the sun and the moon directly have an impact on Earth, that's what we're going to look at. Before we do that, we've got to talk about the motion that exists in the universe. Both the Earth and the moon are objects that are constantly in motion. So they follow Newton's law of inertia. An object at rest stays at rest, or an object in motion stays in motion. And both the Earth and the moon have been in motion for millions of years. Now, both Earth and moon have two types of motion that they go through. On the left, you will see the word rotation. Rotation just basically means an object spinning around a central point on its own. So things like a basketball on the end of your finger would be a great example of rotation. The Earth rotates as well as the moon. A revolution is the other type of motion. Now, as the Earth is spinning on its axis, it's also moving around the sun. And so a revolution involves two or more objects, where one object is moving around the other one. So how does this play into the whole Earth and sun as a system? Well, if the Earth is rotating on its axis and the sun is in a stationary point, there's going to be some interaction of light. You'll notice that this is a picture. Clearly, half of the Earth is lit up, whereas the other half is dark. The side that faces the sun is going to be experiencing daytime, whereas the side that's facing away from the sun is experiencing nighttime. The Earth is going to rotate in a counterclockwise fashion. That means to the left. And what this gives us is the appearance that the sun is moving across our sky. You know that the sun comes up in the east and it sets in the west. Well, the reason that it does that is because of the counterclockwise rotation. The Earth's rotation one time around takes 24 hours, which is where we get our daytime period. Now, because the Earth and the sun is a system, we have some cause and effect. We've got this motion, the rotation that's going on, at the same time that we have some other things happening. So, one cause or one event is the Earth has an axis. It's that invisible line that goes straight through the Earth from North Pole to South Pole. So what is the impact as we think about it in terms of a system? Well, this axis creates a central point for the Earth to rotate around. So then we say the Earth spins on its axis. Well, what does that do in terms of the Earth and the sun as a system? Well, this spin or rotation is going to create a 24-hour time period, or our one day. And then the Earth spins counterclockwise. What does that give us in terms of the system? Half of the Earth faces the sun, which is daytime, while the other half is nighttime. So we're going to be adding some pieces to this, but basically you need to take away that the Earth and the sun is a system. The Earth rotates, the sun provides the light, and that gives us day and night. And ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap.